All right, so we found Swim Carefree online when we were researching options for redoing our pool. I am a researcher, so we had about 8 or 9 different companies come out and give us quotes. We got their ideas. We wanted to see what they said about our pool's condition and some of the things that we want to look for during the process. And so with that, we sort of had an idea going in what other companies were saying, but also we had done a little research about our pool and the state that it was in now and what we wanted. And what I will say, what stood out about Swim Carefree is when Steven came, he came with samples, he came with ideas. He was really the one that gave us suggestions, but also took the time to understand what we were wanting as well. Their quotes were really specific. They laid everything out. They made sure that we understood what each line item was for. They were very responsive when we had questions. And then as we changed and edited quotes based off of tweaks and little things, they always came back and made sure that everybody understood how that would affect price and the overall project. So, but I will say Steven took so much time to talk to us, even from the very first day. So even when we asked him to come out and give us a quote, he knew we were researching other options. He didn't have to spend the time that he did with us that day, but it really meant a lot to us to really get a true understanding of what we would do, what the process would look like, and what some of our expectations can be. He pointed out things that could be a potential risk, which we really appreciated, showed his knowledge of just the entire process. And because, we weren't expecting just somebody to come out and give us all good news. We wanted to understand going in what could affect the cost as we were going. So then when we finally did make our decision, the process has been super smooth the entire way. The communication has been, I would say, almost overly communicating, which is what we want. We want to know exactly everything. We had Heather come and join us to pick out everything and all of the different items within the pool. We kind of had an idea going into it, what that we wanted to look like, and she was very patient with us. We didn't understand how a tile would look when you're looking at it 6 inches versus how it would look in our pool. And I felt like she did a really great job directing us and understanding some of the risks and benefits of different coloring and what that would look like when you looked at it from a total project perspective. So we were very happy with that. They took a lot of time with us explaining all of the options when we were picking it out, and also gave us an idea pretty good about what that would mean for us with costs. We were cost sensitive, but also wanted to make sure we got the right thing for our pool and the upgrades we were looking for. Once we made those decisions, the entire process from start to finish was very smooth. It wasn't perfect, which we knew. There were risks that we knew going in. I think it's really easy to say, 5 stars, the process was great when nothing goes wrong. But when you have a pool that's as old as ours, we knew uncovering some of that would happen. And it did. We had some repairs that were needed along the way. But that is almost what made the process even better, because again, the communication was very upfront. They took pictures, helped us understand the reasoning and what was needed, and we feel very confident in those repairs maintaining for the life of our pool because of that. And so the things that we didn't think about that were easily taken care of, and some of the things that we didn't even have to ask for, the tiles are so even and they are so beautiful, and everything's laid out in a way that it just looks so well done. And every time I came and saw a bit of the process, I was even more impressed. So, and you can tell the people that they work with, the tile is just meticulous. The plaster went very smooth, and at the end of the day, they made sure to educate us on not only how we, the processes, but how we maintain the life of our pool and the life of the products that were put in. So we are more than happy with the experience. I would say it's a 10 out of 5 stars. Very, very happy. Would recommend them to anybody that's undergoing the pool process. And I think we couldn't have picked a better company.